Talk That Talk TV, we back again.
Welcome to Talk That Talk Media, where the vibe is live. DJ and Tika are hype, keeping dreams alive. Welcome to Talk That Talk Media, where the vibe is live. DJ and Tika are hype, keeping dreams alive. Bringing you reactions, reviews and slick recaps. Join the conversation, no time for mishaps. Trends will uncover, every beat devoured with fresh insights and energy will never tire. From pop culture to the latest in the game, dive in with us. You want to stake your claim? Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Talk That Talk Media. Welcome to Talk That Talk Media.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Tika.
And it's EJ.
And we are Talk That Talk Media. What's good, everybody? We're here to discuss the latest episode of Force, Power Book Force, Season 3, Episode 4, Time to See the King. I was like, wait, what are y'all doing? But I got it. Well, we're going to find out why they entitled it Time to See the King. Any initial thoughts on this episode? And did you have any expectations from last week's episode, EJ?
I really didn't have any expectations from last week's episode. I was really just anticipating what Tommy was going to say and how this conversation was going to go with him and Diamond and technically Jenard, but Tommy always act like he's not there. So, right.
Yeah, he easily kicks Jenard out of the room. But I think he should have made Jenard stay there too to hold some accountability on his behalf, because Jenard and Diamond, they got some games. Diamond, they have some games going on, and Tommy he kind of like clueless at this moment. Maybe not, because Tommy is good for being 2-3 steps ahead. But I wish both of them had been in that room to actually have that conversation. Before we continue, let me go ahead and bring in Miss K. Bly, Slice of Life, or excuse me, Slice of Horror. What I'm thinking about life for, honey? I'm trying to live. What's up, K? Hey, K, how you doing?
Doing all right.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, thank you for joining us.
Yes. This is an interesting episode, to say the least. This episode reminded me, as I was going to do a video a couple years ago about how the villains in Power are like horror villains, because man, I'm like, how y'all not watch horror movies but y'all watch Power?
Listen,
these are some slashers right here.
For real. When I saw some of the things that went on this current episode, I literally thought about you, Kate, for real. I thought about you and the things that you give to the world on your channels. I was like, yeah, there's some straight up horrific type stuff going on up in here. Okay. Before we continue, and I want to say hello to everybody that is tuning in, kicking it with us. We are on multiple channels tonight. We got All Things Ruthless, of course, Talk That Talk Media, your primary channel for Force at this moment. TV Junkies are in the building. Miss K. Bly, Slice of Horror, and at some point we may have an additional member to join us. So we're definitely going to dive on in, and shout out to Candy Love. Thank you for coming through. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, join the memberships. Absolutely. We absolutely appreciate you. And if we do have some moderators in the chat, please get those extra people up out of here for us. We appreciate it. I tried to turn off some functions on different channels. I don't know if I got them all. So please and thank you. We greatly appreciate it. Okay. So with that being said, we're gonna call this first segment Saving Darnell, Saving D-Mac, okay? Because all of this that went down is all because of D-Mac and his unalivement of King Kilo's nephew. Okay, so when we return to this latest episode, we see where Tommy has found out, oh, y'all trying to put him back in CBI. Listen, I didn't approve of that. I don't know where y'all get this thought of putting him in CBI, but no, what we're not going to do is have my nephew be a part of this. I already told you. And so D-Mac, with his hyper self, of course, was like, oh God, oh, I'm CBI. Bruh, sit down, little boy. You don't know what you're doing. But in reality of this show, D-Mac is really a real unaliver. And he is actually just as smart as his uncle. He got that what they call him, YN? He got that YN type energy, okay? And he's holding on tight. But we see where, Tommy is saying, well, what is really going on? And then Dime lies about the situation that says that he was really trying to buy D-Mac some time, but in actuality, he and his brother Jenard were the main ones ready to go ahead and take D-Mac on up out of there for the sake of keeping the connection with King Kilo. So EJ, any thoughts on EJ? Then of course Kay, any thoughts on just them trying to save D-Mac? And we could get into everything that they actually did. Like they literally had to make a deal with King Kilo that there was somebody else who was responsible for the unalivement of his nephew. And we could do Kate.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was trying to fix our whatchamacallit. I apologize.
Oh, well, I'll hop in here. Okay, so D-Mac may have YN spirit, but he ain't no real G, double OG, triple OG. Nah. Because when Tommy said you're an amateur, he was correct. Like, he think that it's all fun and games out here just to go pew-pew with somebody. D-Mac is scary as I don't know what. He is... I don't know why he don't want to admit that his grandma Kate is his favorite person. Why he be calling her that old lady. He love her. D-Mac want to belong to something. He wants to be somebody, want to belong to something. And he is going about it in the wrong way. Because I guarantee you, if you really hold his feet to the fire, he gonna fold. And I think Tommy knows that. Like, he's a wannabe street dude, but he really ain't one. So he's like doing these things to prove he's a street guy. But the thing is, sometimes when you are something, you don't have to prove it. You don't have to prove it if you're really that person. And Tommy is looking at Diamond and Jenard like, y'all know he really, he might have dropped a few people, but y'all know when it really comes down to it, he ain't got the same energy that we have for the streets. He just want to be somebody. And he's so desperate to be part of something. Like, sir, if you want to be something so bad, why did you take your behind be a part of the basketball team or the baseball team? You just want to be a part of a team. You want to be something, and is down for the cause. Like those kind of, he's a follower. But one thing about those they ain't afraid to drop no bodies. But I promise you, D-Mac he ain't no G for real. He ain't no G for real. And no. He need to get up out of there real fast. Like, I'm with Tommy. Why are y'all messing with this kid? Because he acted like he hard. Y'all know he'll fold real fast. He ain't really meant for the streets. This is all play for him.
I don't know. I hear you, Kay, and I understand your perspective on it, but I feel like D-Mac was raised in the streets. Like, where's his mama? His daddy, she took him from his daddy because of his sexuality. Like, he been in the streets. I don't think this little boy playing, because I don't see no grown people on this show pulling off what he did when he popped the popo last week. He popped a couple of other ops last week. He threw a grenade he say he connected to the black market.
Nah, that's reckless though. He's doing things recklessly. And the thing is, they're cleaning up his messes. He's doing a lot of things from the spur of the moment. He's not thinking about no consequences. He's not understanding how this is affecting not just him, but everybody as a whole. He's doing these things to impress them. Like Tommy said, he's like, no, he's trying to impress you, Diamond. He's doing these things to impress people, but he's not thinking long term. He's not thinking consequence. He's not thinking partnerships, collaborations, collateral damage. He's not thinking about any of those things at all. And he ain't got it all figured out. All he knows is like, okay, here's the plan, and we're gonna carry out the plan. But then what, D-Mac? Then what?
He got potential. That's all I can say.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to agree with Tika on this one, Kay, because D-Mac he really is about that life. This is the only life he knows. The problem is he has no structure and he has no guidance. Nobody has taught him what he's supposed to do and how he's supposed to do it. He's still very young in this game. So because of that, he just doesn't know what moves to make. It's not that he don't have the heart and that he not really in it, because it'd be different if he was like Tariq. Tariq didn't have to be anywhere near it. Tariq had a whole different path that he could have took. D-Mac, this is all he's ever known because his life is just in there, right? And so now it's, even though he does reckless things, Tommy does reckless things too. I honestly think it's in his DNA. Tommy has done reckless things, and Ghost has always had to try to realign things and try to clean up Tommy's messes because Tommy be ready to go. But I just think this is about him being young more than anything. But honestly, I think that D-Mac got more heart than most of these dudes. I almost said the other word. Than most of these dudes.
Well, now you are right about that. You get that recklessness from Tommy, because they be doing stuff spur of the moment and don't never think of something. But see, that's and I think Tommy sees that part in him. Like, you do stuff and because you know somebody's gonna come behind you and clean up your mess. So you get to make all of these foolish mistakes because you got people behind you.
Yeah, I hear y'all. I absolutely listen. We're gonna see how much further D-Mac makes it into this whole world of force, his whole coalition and all these things. But we see, just like y'all are saying, that somebody has to go and clean up his mess. And of course, it's Tommy. Tommy is the one who has to go and unfortunately clean up D-Mac's mess. And so he asked him, well, where's the blicky that you had, that you used to pop old boy with Mad Dog with? And he's like, he pulls it out from under the cabinet. And Tommy's like, that's mistake number one. Why do you even still have it? And he says, well, I can't really give it to you because you say my life is on the line. So I probably need to just keep doing what I'm doing. And so, he hands the blicky to Tommy, and Tommy ends up taking it over to put Vic in some more ish. Poor Vic is just getting all that he deserves because he played in Tommy's face. But he's been held responsible for holding on to this blicky that has taken out Mad Dog. And of course, while Tommy is there, he's asking him, for some information about Marks. And of course, he says, well, go ahead and make a sizable donation in my name. Basically, put that big money in my name, and let's see how she handles it. Is she gonna kick the money back, or is she gonna keep, or is she gonna play the role and be the good little, mayor that she's trying to be under my money? Any thoughts, or was this a smart idea for him to throw money to her, EJ, to throw money to Marks, or attempt to throw the money to Marks?
Absolutely. First of all, you always got to find out how far a person will go. We got to know where she really at with this thing. Can she be bought? How far is she willing to go to get what she actually wants? And if we can find that out, then we don't know a lot about a person. If a person is willing to sell their soul, then there's a lot of things that we can do, and there's a lot of dirt that we can get, and then we can ultimately use them. I am pretty sure that is how we got, oh God, I can't think of his name right now. The dude that's already over there with God, I can't think of his name. The lawyer, the one that's trying to take Marx's job. What's his name, y'all? Help me out. Chin. Yeah, Chin. That's how you get chins, right? Because someone tested them to see how far they're willing to go, right? And now you see him and his wife both are, working for Chin. And it's the same thing with Stacey. If we can see exactly where she's going to go and how far she's going to go, then we can see exactly what we can do with her. And if we can sway her in any way, not only that, we got blackmail, like all sorts of stuff. We just got to figure it out. We just got to see. And if she bite on this, then yeah, she done for.
Yeah. I want to see it, and we need to drop it in the poll. Let me know if you guys think that Mark is gonna fall for is she gonna go for the money, or is she gonna be straight up uptight and F Tommy, I don't want your money. What do you think? Kay, what do you think about Tommy and this whole situation with Marks, as well as him using Vic to hide the blicky, or at least hold on to the blicky that D-Mac used to unalive Mad Dog?
Number one, I think that was a good idea because who cares about Flynn? And I'm tired of him. But random. I didn't know that he was that built under them clothes. I don't like him, but I was
He's
like,
sexy.
I know.
He's sexy. Oh, he's sexy. I've been peeped that. Yeah, Vic is
like,
definitely sexy.
Oh, I didn't know you look like that.
And I gotta pick. We'll get to his image for sure. But
okay, threw me off for a second. It threw me off. I was like, I didn't know that was you for real. But yeah, smart idea for Tommy. And as long as if they don't tell her that's where it come from, at least not at first. I need them to do the bait and switch type thing. But this lady ain't, she always thinks she got something. Go on to take. She gonna take the money because where is she gonna get it from? Who else giving it to her? Ain't nobody in a rush to give her no money like that. And if she want to keep this campaign going, if she want to keep her spot where it's at, she need the money. She needs donations. She ain't got. And first of all, I doubt she got a whole lot of time to look into where it's coming from in the first place. So she can go ahead and take the money. I don't see no problem with it, but I want to see the face when they pull the old bait and switch, like, oh, you thought it was from da 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 da, but I just want you to know this is where this where it's going to trace back to. Because I can't stand her.
That part. Okay. Now, also in the process of trying to save D-Mac, we see that one of the SODs have decided that we don't want to be a part of this coalition anymore. And I had his name, I forgot, I'm sorry. But Rashawn is the one that's deciding, I don't want to be a part of the I was about to call them the SOBs, but the SODs, I don't want to be a part of that organization. I don't want to be a part of this.
Girl, there's so many.
Okay. I don't want to be a part of it. And so basically, Tommy, because while Diamond is over there spazzing out about the whole, they're trying to leave the coalition. What are we gonna do? We already got enough product as it is that we got to get rid of. What are we gonna do? And so we find out that Marco something. We realize there's a note in the bag. There's a note in the bag saying that let me meet with y'all at 8:00 p.m. So clearly somebody in the coalition or on the SODs are not happy about the separation of the SODs and the coalition. And before we talk on that moment, let me go ahead and pull in the lady of the hour, y'all. We got the one and only Tamika's Den in the building. Hey, Tamika.
Hey, Tamika.
Hey, y'all. Sorry I'm late.
Hey, better late than never. You're here. All right. So like we were saying, with the SODs, stepping out of the coalition. And so with that being said, we find out that, hey, well, let's see what Rashawn is talking, or let's see what Marco or whatever is talking about, and let's see what we can do. Because basically they're going to end up using Rashawn as a scapegoat for taking out Mad Dog. Now, any particular thoughts on this just the process of them even thinking about why anybody would want to actually lead the coalition? And we could go to Mika, K, EJ.
I mean, we've been seeing the mess that they've been making, so and we had somebody leave last week that was like, we had a meeting last night and it's already been decided. But as far as this, it didn't seem like we was on one accord, and it wasn't unanimous the way it was with the other ones. I can't think of their name right now. But I mean, I wouldn't honestly be too shocked if everybody started pulling out, because at the end of the day, y'all got this war going, and we ain't trying to be connected in that. We just trying to make our money. So if you messing up the flow of the money, then why the hell I'm gonna want to ride with you?
So the way I look at it, you don't get to talk to Tommy like that and get away with it. You don't get to come at them so bold. Like, he cut him off and was just like, take this little money and I'm out of here. Like, if Tommy is calm, you need to be concerned. Because when Diamond was just like, wait, what are we doing? Like, wait, hold on. Like, if Tommy is standing there calm, it ain't gonna look good in the end. Like, I saw something really bad coming his way, because he don't take disrespect like that too kindly. You don't speak to him in front of company like that and walk out with your life and think that shit's gonna be good after that. I just knew somehow this was not gonna end well.
Right. That's what I said. I know this man did not just talk to Tommy the way that he just did. I know those words did not come out of his mouth the way that they did. I was thinking he was going to be up out of there like right then, but we're going to see.
Oh, yeah, me too. I didn't think he was going to make it out the room.
That part. EJ?
I mean, at the end of the day, this man is the leader of his own organization. So regardless of how he talked to Tommy, it is what it is, because he feel like he the big dog over there. Where he from? The problem is that he literally is trying to go and jump sides. He not just pulling out. He literally is trying to go and work and make a deal with the Marquez cartel. That's where his real issue is. I think people respect other bosses like you supposed to anyway. I mean, he did, kind of come out of line with the way that he talked to him, but we all know what it really was about. We don't want to be over here because we're going to try to go over here, because a lot of times people try to figure out who's going to be on the winning side. I'm going to go over here because I don't think they're going to be the winning team. So I'm going to go try to make me a deal over here. And that's where his real big issue came in right there. Like, dude, not only did you talk to Tommy crazy, mental note, keeping that one in the back of my head, but also you tried to double cross me. You didn't just pull out. You pulled out and jumped ship. That's two different things. Pull out and make my own way is one thing, but pull out and go over to the ops is a whole nother situation. So, yeah, so sad for him. Bye, Rashawn.
Okay. But quick, brief moment. We see where D-Mac, a.k.a. Darnell, goes to the house. Why is this big grown man over there making noodles? Bruh, don't you have something else other than some noodles to cook? I'm just messing with JP for a second. But, I commend JP no matter what. He still, he understands that his son might have been in a situation. And, he just still wanted to talk to him. He wanted to give him some words of encouragement. He also wanted to tell him, if you need me, I'll be here for you, and be careful out there. I did predict that JP was gonna be up out of there. I don't know how soon it's gonna happen, and I could be way off, but I just feel like JP is gonna be a goner. Is this the reason, EJ, why you think EJ, we can do EJK then, Tamika, why they're giving us a little bit of JP? Is he really necessary? Like, he's not in the game with Tommy anymore. Is he really necessary?
Girl, JP ain't been necessary for a good hot minute. We only needed JP to get to D-Mac, damn it, and now we done with it. I'm sorry. JP has never really been my favorite character. He could go, stay. I like a person when they try to be all good and stuff, but not in power. Bump that. The people in power that try to be good never make it. So what's even the point? Why don't you just go ahead and get down and dirty and gritty and should have just jumped into business with your brother and called it a day? That's what I would have did. I would have been like, bump it. I'm in Chicago too. 9 times out of 10, most likely I'm probably going to get got one day. Might as well just go ahead and get in this game. At least I'll, have some money. Ain't got to be struggling. Ain't got to be broke. I'm just saying, JP had choices. He should have made a good one. I don't think, I'm just playing. No, seriously though, JP is not necessary in this particular storyline anymore. I think he served his purpose. Does he really need to be got? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what he does. He's clearly not in line with what his son and what Tommy does. We always do have to have somebody that has that moral compass and that person who is going to actually try to, do right and do good. It's just sad that those people typically don't make it. So it is what it is. Sorry, JP.
Yeah. Sorry to this man.
Okay.
Okay, and Tamika, any thoughts?
More Kate, less JP. because he be trying, and I get that you don't want your brother in this life, you don't want your son in this life, and all of that stuff. Look who your mama is. I don't. They not gonna do right. Like, just because you trying to do the right thing, they're not gonna do it. Just like you gonna have to accept your mama for who he is. You're gonna have to eventually accept that your family is raggedy and just roll with it. Okay, they just are. Sometimes you just gotta accept people for who they are, and that's just it. And I know that's your son, and you want to be there for him, and you just meet him where he is. Okay, if this meet him where he's at. He ain't here for the righteous discussions and stuff like. He is past that at this point. Just be there for him and go ahead and give him Kate's number so he can have somebody to talk to that's just as raggedy as he is.
Okay, and get some insurance on him since you don't want to get the other money. Just go ahead and get that insurance policy. So just in case. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Because the way he's going,
right. And one other thing before Tamika goes, I do like, we know the good and the bad and the indifferent for JP. I hate his story is going to have to end the way that it's going to end, but also D-Mac comes in the house talking about where that old lady at. I'm here to get my $20 when in actuality, I really think that D-Mac likes his grandmother. I think he likes Kate because Kate is that ruffian like him, like she's rough around the edges, and he's cool with that.
He loves his grandma. Yes, she loves him too. That is her baby right there. Like he loved. I'm like, just admit it. You love your grandma, and she loved you too.
And that was her second chance at actually being a part of either one of her sons' lives through D-Mac. So
that's why I say, go on and give it that Kate's number so they can hang out.
Right. Send him to New York.
Yeah, it would have been nice if he would have been able to go to New York with her. I agree with everything y'all said. I feel like JP ain't gonna be around much longer. They're gonna really have Tommy going buck wild once he gets taken out. But even though I don't feel like we need him for the story, I appreciate that. I'm surprised that D-Mac even stopped by to talk to him. He did give him an apology because you was sure enough out of pocket. You need to be kicking your throat for trying to be disrespectful. But we can't act like JP ain't come late to the party. He was late finding out about Kate. He was late finding out about Tommy. He was late, getting into D-Mac life. And at this point, he already think he know every damn thing. And he got to learn the hard way, And so you saying, oh, I'm here for you and I can help you out and this and that. What was you really going to do, JP? Honestly. He wasn't gonna do nothing, so he just told him like, "Nah, I'm good." I was talking out the side of my mouth, and that was funny to me how he was like, "Oh, the old lady, no, I'm only asking because she owed me $20." Damn well you wanted to see your grandma, okay? So that showed that he do still got a little soft side, but of course he want to play hard,
right? Of course. And one other thing I will say that even though JP kind of came to the party late with D-Mac, at least G-Mac found his father. Like that was his very first mission when we first meet D-Mac. He was in that life, but he always wanted to see where his father was, even down to the fact of, or connect. I ain't gonna say because he knew where his father was because he was popping off his club, messing up his club, but just to be able to connect to him because he thought that the reason his daddy was distant from him was because of his daddy, that his daddy didn't really want to be in his life, so, I like all the moments that they gave us with D-Mac, JP, and then the thought of Kate, it kind of touched my heart. I was like, oh, just a little bit, because, D-Mac is hella funny to me with some of the things that come out of his mouth. But back to the story at hand, y'all. This is why Uncle Tommy has to literally step in. So because Rashawn wants to walk away and also not just walk away, but be mad disrespectful to Tommy, we're going to use him for to let King Kilo know that Rashawn was the one that unalived his nephew, and now we got a body. Okay, the streets needed a body, y'all, and now we really got a body. Tamika, K, EJ, thoughts on using Rashawn as the decoy for the unaliver of Mad Dog?
I mean, I think we all been saying like, why didn't y'all say it was somebody else? Why did y'all say it was D-Mac to begin with? Give him somebody else so he could shut up and be happy. But I kind of feel like this was a little too late too. I don't feel like King Kilo is fully, buying this situation or gonna buy the situation. Like it's a little shaky, but we gonna take it for now. I feel like they should have moved quicker. But this kind of served it up was the perfect thing for them at that time because now Tommy fully knows, and of course everybody's lying to every damn body, and we got to tell more lies to cover up the lies that we already lied about. Try to keep track of the lies. Diamond had to act like he's been trying to protect D-Mac all this time. And now that he was fully aware, it's like, okay, since this boy wanted to get cute and want to act like he was going to the other side and was gonna leave us, we might as well serve him up. He's gonna be who we could give to King Kilo. I mean, I ain't mad at it, but
Right.
I just don't think it's gonna be the perfect little package that they want it to be.
Uh, number one, Tommy, Tommy ain't afraid to splatter somebody's blood all over the place at all. Like I feel like he had this trick waiting in the bag to just go ahead and enact this on somebody, anybody who's waiting on this to happen. But don't send Jenard as the middleman, because why tell him the story that they told you to tell him, but say at the same time, like, now if you still want me to drop D-Mac, you know what I'm saying? Like I go ahead and do it anyway, just because I don't like why you have to throw that in there? Because then that make it feel like you really unsure about the story that you telling. Like it was this person, but if you still want this person to go, then like we can still do that. But like this the real one. And first of all, everybody in the streets know that Jenard ain't nothing but a dope fiend anyway. So you don't nobody really trust your words anyway. I just feel like that shouldn't have been the person to deliver the message, because it didn't come across for me. He wasn't the most believable person. Diamond should have made that call, or somebody that wasn't him.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that.
I honestly don't think King Kilo is that smart, but if just in case he's not that smart, and just in case he's not as dumb as he looked, because bro just don't look like he working with a full deck at this point. But if he does, he may or may not believe it. Let's just say it like this: the problem will come if he finds out that who D-Mac really is. And if he finds out who D-Mac really is, then he will start to not believe this story. Right now, I feel like you at the mercy of whoever giving you the information. Okay, yeah, I messed up. Yeah, he was there, but he wasn't the one who pulled. That's not an uncommon story. Like somebody was in the vicinity, somebody was there. But at the same time, it's like, okay, I don't think he has a real reason just yet until he finds out that one tidbit piece of information. And when he find out that Tommy, that the business partner that was his nephew, then that's when he gonna realize that he was played, and then it's gonna be a problem. And then there we go. There's gonna be a whole nother issue. Like it's going to be all of them against Tommy eventually. It's not going to be against him against Tommy and Diamond, because Diamond is going to turn on him too. It's going to be all of them against him, and this is just one more setup for the turn.
That's absolutely, EJ. And that's a good thought too, as well. Also though, if Malik, I finally figured out what his name was. If Malik, the other dude from the I was about to say SOBs, the SODs. If he can get to King Kilo and say, hey, yeah, this dude is the one that really did this, or get word to him, maybe Malik will be the saving grace to keep D-Mac out of this whole situation. But again, as everybody else has said, I blame Jenard behind for even putting poor D-Mac's name in the daggone conversation in the first place, because he definitely could have left that out. Like he could have literally did without that conversation.
Don't put poor in front of it. D-Mac did
this. I like D-Mac. I like D-Mac. Don't judge me. I like D-Mac, EJ. You want to run through the chat real quick, EJ? Reply to some of the There you go.
Yeah, I have been throwing comments up on the screen this entire time. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We appreciate you guys so much. Candy has been cracking me up the most in the chat because listen, Candy is like me. We gonna sit up here and we gonna do what we do. Listen, I would have been the best accountant for my broski because the way I would have been up in that family business, but doing something so low key, I've been like, look, I'm gonna handle all these books, but just know if this S ever come back, I don't listen. I thought we was over here running a legit club, and that's it, period. Because y'all know I don't do jail like that. But listen, that's what I'm doing too, all day, every day. And shout out to everybody who's come through, just saying hi and things like that. We appreciate each of y'all. If y'all got thoughts or theories or anything that y'all want to say, just let it know. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen, and we'll come back over here to the chat. But other than that, that's pretty much been the vibe over here. Is mainly we had the chatter when we was talking about DMAC because everybody seemed to think that DMAC is about that life. Candy,
you,
not Candy. Kay, thinking about
I'm
Candy.
Not. He about that YN life. He ain't about that real G life. Okay, like I said, he gonna fold in a minute and stuff. He ain't as calculated as he think that he is. And no, he
just need a little molding. I'm telling you, DMAC just need molding. That's it. He needs structure. But DMAC is about that life. DMAC is a straight killer. I don't care. DMAC is a killer. And if Tommy or somebody just puts him like on game as to how he should be doing this stuff, DMAC is gonna be a force to be reckoned with because he don't care. He don't care. He's not scared, and he does think logically. When Jenard told him to do A, that dude pivoted and said, no, this is not going to work. This is not going to work. And I got a backup plan. I got a grenade. Somebody who is just reckless and not really thinking about it, not even going to think that far ahead. But he does need honing in. DMAC need honing. He need a lot of structure.
He'd only do things to impress people. Like he ain't he literally has not named one legitimate reason why he need to be a part of this life. Everything is I'm trying to impress Diamond. I'm trying to impress these people. I'm trying to impress this girl. I'm trying to make a name for myself. Like all of it, like you're not thinking long term. You're not thinking about consequences. You're not thinking about how this is going to affect the people around you. It's about I'm trying to impress people.
Yeah, because he still got that kid brain up there. He's still not fully developed. He's still not fully developed.
He's 17. And Tommy doesn't think about how stuff affects anybody. Think about it for a second. Tommy doesn't think about how stuff affects anybody. When Ghost, who was a real thinker, Ghost also, although he also didn't care about what it affected anybody else, he cared about what affected him. That's why I'm saying DMAC has the mentality of a killer and of a person of this life. He just don't have any structure yet. And he don't have no guidance.
He's gonna use them to help him.
Once he get guidance,
he don't face consequences. No, he needs some consequences.
Well, everybody got consequences come with this life. That's just point blank and period.
He ain't felt them yet. He ain't felt enough yet.
He ain't
felt nothing yet.
Is he? The question is, and I think what everybody's saying is that DMAC really is about that life, because I think you said he wasn't about that life, but DMAC is definitely, he don't know nothing else. This is what he been raised up as, because he ain't had no father to give him any structure other than, he just been out here in the streets. I'm telling you,
he been under the tutelage of Jenard, the little bit that Jenard does carry. He was one of his young boys. He was one of his young henchmen. Like when we first meet Jenard, we see that he's riding with these two YNs, right? Marshall as well as DMAC. So he about that life. But we're gonna see if if at the end of the day, DMAC is one of the ones that's still left standing. But with that being said, y'all, we got to talk about the one that Tamika don't give now damn about, Shanti. Okay?
I'm in there with you because she get on my goddamn nerves.
Showstopper.
Because Shanti's showstopper, she wants a regime change. She wants their heads removed. Come up off that. But he told her, listen, you're going to have to come up off that Jada and Will energy. Like, we're trying to get Diamond locked in. I'm trying to keep Diamond's trust. And she wants more, because Shanti used to be on the top, you know what I mean? But she literally removed her crown so that Jenard can be the king in their little kingdom. And, you know, he making her look bad out there by robbing Manny Fresh. And, you know, not only did he take Manny Fresh's money, he took, or her drugs, he took her chain, her daddy's chain. My daddy gave me that chain. He took a chain. And so Shanti is like, you just, you know, basically, because Shanti goes to Manny, tries to make a deal, tries to bring Manny into her little entourage to make big things, you know, put money out there, you know what I mean, and or help Manny get more money. But unfortunately, Manny's like, I'm trying to F with you. After she finds out that she is Jenard's girlfriend, she finds out Manny is like, I don't want to mess with you like that because your boy robbed me. You know, he did all of the things. And so Jenard has to actually go and make up for what he did. So he goes to the dude that initially, because Shanti wouldn't give him no play whatsoever. So he goes to the dude, Joe, who he stole the necklace to when he was fiending, when he was out there craving and itching and scratching like Pookie from New Jack City, okay? Lips dry and everything. But he ends up robbing this dude, and he not necessarily robbed him, but he gave him some bad stuff. Like this the fentanyl situation that belonged to the Chinese, you know, that cartel over there. So any thoughts? And dude literally injected himself and went right on to sleep. So EJ, K, Tamika, any thoughts on, you know, Shanti's show? Matter of fact, let's start with Tamika because I just love her commentary so much on Shanti. But we'll do Tamika, K, and then EJ.
I ain't got much for Shanti. I feel like the more we see Shanti, the dumber she get. Like she came in strong when she first, you know, showstopper, but I was confused for a minute. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I forgot about, like, I'm like, okay, I remember Manny, but I didn't really remember what Jenard did to her. At the time, I was thinking about the fact that you played on the shot too, and I was like, oh, they keep these, you know, Chicago actors booked and busy. Shout out to them for that. But then as she started saying, like, he took my chain that my daddy gave, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Junkie Jenard was out here in these streets shaking and baking, and I didn't understand how Shanti didn't know that. Like, if you want to be all knowing and all doing and the showstopper, you know, stomping through these damn streets, you're gonna take everybody out. You got all these plans for Tommy, but it's always failing. Like at the end of the day, Hot and damn Jenard is both like ain't got the sense God gave a roach. There's nothing upstairs. The brains is empty. We off to see the wizard. Like what is happening here? I don't know. They plans just be horrible. And the fact that she got embarrassed when she got put on the spot and they messed up, you know, her little thing she was about to get on. Now we want to go and tell Jenard how dumb he is, how he messed up everything. Now we not feeling him, so he goes and does something that I'm sure is going to come back up on him now, and he makes another dumb decision. But of course, he's trying to do everything he can to please her. And so first it was like F Manny, you know, talking shit, and then the next thing you know, it's like, okay, let me go ahead and give him this bad stuff and act shocked when he actually ODs on it and snatch the chain off his damn neck so I could go and make sure that Manny get it and everything is good with Shanti. These two is dumb and damn dumb. I don't know who's worse, and which is no shock to none of us, but we've seen in this that not only does she not mind telling you like, oh, we're gonna end up, you know, taking your brother and Tommy out, but basically, I'll take your ass out too. Because you weak, you know, I'm gonna be the top dog. Like you can go to, I'm gonna bury you right next to your brother. So but we know it was going to come down to that. Jenard is really dumb. I mean, what's his excuse? We know what D-Mac excuse is.
Exactly. We can at least blame it on D-Mac for him being young and dumb. Jenard is just, first of all, why is she even upset at Jenard for his past indiscretions when you know he's an addict? And they do addict things. But now all of a sudden, oh no, you got my name out here looking bad in these streets. But he was already looking bad. He was on that stuff before you met him. So you knew he had a past out here with that stuff. So don't get mad about it now and want to sit there with an attitude and doing all this and that. Like I'm sick of, and she be playing on the fact that she know like Jenard be clinging to her with the jaws of life. Like that man, like love her, like for real. And I don't be saying that too much about these people on these shows, but Jenard like loves her, and he will do anything for her. And she just be like, I'm going to exploit this situation for my gain. Like I don't think that she loves Jenard in the way that he loves her, because if she was able to like drop him just like that because he had a history of doing crackhead things.
Right.
Like why are you like what did you think that you was coming into? You didn't think that he did some things out here the same way other addicts do? Like what did you think, that he was an addict with no horrible history? That he was like a fancy addict or something? Like you knew this is what you know what I'm saying? Like you knew that it was a possibility that he was into some bullshit, and you knew this, but you be trying to exploit him for your own gain. Like she really be using him like a henchman or a lackey or some shit, and he just be going with the flow with it. Like I need him to realize that he loves her a lot more than she loves him. She loves him because she think that she want to be the next top dog in the city, and nobody thinks that but her. Nobody else thinks that. Like she's playing a game that nobody else is playing along with her. Like, don't know, ain't nobody checking for you, girl. Please go and sit down somewhere with your, like she's the brain and he's Pinky.
Listen, when it all comes down to it, I'll play devil's advocate for a little while. When it all comes down to it, at the end of the day, Shanti is the brains. With we comparing it to Shanti and Jenard, Shanti is definitely the brains of their particular operation, and she the one who have the thoughts and ideas. Jenard is just here for the ride. But what it all boils down to is that, Jenard did some old junkie stuff, and it is what it is. I don't see why she's mad about it. I mean, junkies gonna be junkies, whether they functioning or not. Jenard was headed down that road of a non-functioning junkie at some point, but I think him meeting her kind of helped bring him back to before he got to that point of where he wasn't where he was really finna be Pookie out here. But he didn't get all the way there. But still, I don't know. I don't like Shanti. So Shanti, it is what it is. But she don't care about Jenard. Jenard do like her more than she like him. The thing is I think she cares for Jenard in a sense of on a surface level, but if it comes down to you or me, I'm going to pick me every single time. And I only have one mission and one thing that I'm trying to get to. And that's what I'm going to do. And if that means that I have to get rid of, she always said it, if I'm not mistaken, she told somebody that, listen, if either you with me or you not with me, if you not with me, you my enemy. And, and that's how she look at it. And as far as the Manny Fresh thing, or it's so funny saying Manny Fresh.
Right.
As far as the Manny Fresh thing is concerned, I wouldn't go back and get that doggone chain. It just would have had to be what it is. Shanti, find another way. I'm not going back over here to get this doggone chain, because this does feel like something that could come back on Jenard. I don't know how or what. I don't feel like we got a big Chicago PD presence, so maybe not. Just because we don't have that big presence like we do, like the feds ain't looking for Jenard. And I haven't seen enough Chicago PD for us to really see this coming back to bite him. So I don't know. Yeah. I just think it is what it is. And that at the end of the day, Jenard is going to end up having to take out Shanti. I agree with, I think Kendall said that in the chat too. I believe that Jenard is going to have to be the one who take her out after she turns on him, because she is going to turn on him, and it is what it is. She's going to play both sides, and she's going to try to go on the side that she thinks she can win.
Yeah, definitely. And unfortunately, and then there's also a moment in one of the trailers where we're going to see Shanti telling Tommy like he need to watch his back. So somebody gonna have to take Shanti out. And unfortunately, Jenard is addicted. He literally traded one addiction for another. He's literally addicted to Shanti, and I hate that. I don't feel bad for Jenard, but you getting played and you don't even know it, Jenard. I need you to wake up, open your eyes, and see what's really going on. But speaking of enemies, and we'll talk real briefly about Marx's latest enemy, the only enemy right now that the one that's literally in her kitchen, because Chin is just, he's doing everything possible to try to get Marx's job. And, I guess that if he is able to get her job as the U.S. attorney, or that state's U.S. attorney, he'll be able to, probably pull more. He'll have more leeway with these cartels out there, because that's the only picture that I see him. He's working for that Ortega cartel. He's making all these sloppy moves on purpose. He even causes one of the cases to get suppressed. Some evidence for one of the cases for Ortega to get suppressed, which is looking bad, which is reflecting badly on Marx. Any thoughts on Ortega, and then we'll wrap this dude up. I mean, Chin, and then we'll wrap him up, because he ain't worth ish.
She said, "Wrap him up. He done." Okay. Honestly, I mean, there's always this one guy that exists in our power shows, right? There's always someone who works for the higher ups, and they're always dirty. I mean, and that's how you really have to do it. I don't think that a criminal organization can survive without having people that are inside of these other places, because while I don't think that because I'll just call them the power police, because y'all know how we feel about the power police. I just feel like the power people that are assigned to get these criminals off the street aren't that smart, or that's how they're written, right? They always do dumb things. But I do feel like there's always that one person who is on the inside, and we know that usually doesn't end well for them. And it's going to be the same thing with this guy. Eventually, it will not end well for him. Eventually, it will possibly maybe come to the light, or he'll get taken out before it does, especially with the game he's trying to play. He's withholding information from somebody who is a major player, who clearly probably, to be where that man is, and I'm talking about him, the Marquez cartel. I can't think of whoever the main guy is. Can't think of his name right now. But to get there, because they talk about working for him, Chin, his name Chin, I think, something like that. Yeah. The guy that they're working for, that's his name, right? Chin. No, they said his name. You got to tell.
Oh,
I forgot I think they said Shanti, whatever his name is, like the guy who's like at the tippity top, whoever he is. Who She was like, you got to tell them, and then he was like, Chan, okay, thank you. You got to tell them, and I was like, if you don't, like, if you're already withholding stuff, then this isn't going to end well for you, because it's like you just can never hide stuff. So if you withhold this, you're no longer valuable, and you're trying to become this invaluable person, as you say, by getting Stacey Marx's job, right? But you already started off wrong. So I don't know. I don't see this ending well for him. I think he'll be gone within the next few episodes. Maybe give him a couple more episodes.
Right. Yeah, because he's definitely doing the most. Any thoughts, ladies, on Chin and Chand?
I feel like he's like Tate. I feel like he's more concerned with power than he is of crime. Like, I don't think he cares about cleaning the streets up or anything like that. Like, he's willing to do whatever so that he can get that status. Mm-hmm. Like, he's trying to advance in his career and trying to be known more than he's out there, like, caring about the people and saving lives and getting drugs and crime off the street and things like that. Like, I really don't think that he's doing this because he wants the city to be safe. He's only making these moves because people will know him, and they will get him to the status and the power moves that he is trying to make. He ain't doing this for the safety of the people around. He just want to be known. That's it.
Yep. And we'll take anybody out by any means necessary.
And we'll work with anybody so that they can push him in that direction. If it's going to take him to work with the wrong people to do that. Like, he don't care nothing about getting the crime and drugs off the streets. He really don't care nothing about that. He just cares about what's going to push him to the top.
Yeah, he works for the
Yeah,
cartel.
right. And the fact that he trying to play the cartel and play Stacy,
Right.
he's betting too high, hanging his hat above his head, biting off more than he could chew, like all of the things, and then want to clink, 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 and celebrating, counting chickens before they hatch. Sir, you are about to be taken the hell out because I could see them taking him out before Stacey even damn catches on to any damn thing because she can't seem to see anything that's in front of her eyes. Like, how are you always constantly losing all the cases? She over here talking about some, you won't be first chair. How about you get no chair? You out of here, you off because you ain't been doing a damn thing. Every time you go in the courtroom, you lose. Like, what's really good here? I'm sorry.
Like,
And then you think you about to take her damn job, child?
yeah, you know, I'm the one that I do all the paperwork and everything. It got to go through me and all this stuff. Like, yeah, you know, the too much dip on your chip.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was, but again, there's a snake in every garden, so you got to watch it back. Unfortunately, Marks is not paying attention. I don't know why y'all are saying why some of this stuff that he's doing is not raising up antennas for her. Like, Marks ain't stupid. Like, she's not stupid. She wants what she wants, but she's just not paying attention that this one individual, there's a reason why everything that he's doing is reflecting badly on her. Not signing paperwork properly, not basically losing cases, getting cases suppressed, like getting evidence suppressed and not fighting. I wish that there would have been a moment where she would actually pull up while this man is doing these trials, like just to see what he's actually doing, because clearly she is missing the mark when it comes to him. He's clearly, he's not in favor of her at all. And I just wish that, she would be able to see that at some freaking point. Even though I don't care about Marks because she messing with my boy Tommy. But at the end of the day, girl, open your eyes. That's all I'm saying. All right, y'all. So now we're going to talk about the enemy of my enemy is definitely another one of my enemies. But this man right here, Che, is ruthless. And the reason I said that this was ruthless because I've seen somebody else get beat down with chains on Ruthless. George, if EJ remembers, her boy George got beat down with chains by the highest, and that's what that moment remind me of. Che is out there swinging on folks, beating their backs in, and then ends up popping old dude, flips him over into the water. He's up out of there. Tommy, and who is clearly unaffected by it because he's just as much as a psychopath as any other character on this show, walks up and just is like, oh, okay, well, what we can do is if I cost you one penny, you can do me like you did, oh boy, and just triple our products so that, we can show you that we are good for your business. And of course, Miguel is there hating in Espanol. They're reckless, just talking a whole lot of trash about, the way that Tommy moves. And Tommy knows that Miguel don't like him. So he ain't really addressing Miguel like that. He's just trying to show Che that, I'm not the cause of these wars out here in the streets, even though I'm taking out folks and chopping out heads and doing all the things I'm doing. I'm not the cause of that, but I can still make sure you get your money. My organization has never lost you any money, unlike Miguel. And, any thoughts, y'all, any particular thoughts on Che, this whole conversation? We can start with Tamika, Kay, and then EJ, of course. And just let me know your thoughts on the scene in the whole and Che, doing some ruthless-ish.
Child, him hanging this man and whipping him and then talking about feeding parts to the damn chihuahuas. I said, what is going on with these men? Like last week we had Miguel with the damn pig. And me and Kendall was talking about it earlier when he said make a stew out of him. I thought he was really about to have this man, on the damn stove cooking. Like, I didn't know what was happening here, but I wish Miguel wasn't here because we already knew that whatever Tommy was saying and doing, one, he was going to be against it, and two, he was going to try to take whatever information Tommy gives so that he could make whatever other plays and make things look bad for Tommy. But we know that's how it got to go. And I'm just waiting for Chase to find out, number one, the secret that Maria used that she said she knew. And on top of that, the fact that You over here playing around with Ortega behind his back. Like, I want him to find this out so he can go ahead and string Miguel up. Okay, Miguel, count your damn days because you hating too damn much for me. But yeah, this was an interesting scene. I like how, we already know Tommy gonna talk his way and make promises and say he gonna do all the damn things and come with the money and throw it on the ground.
Right.
I was thinking that if Ghost was there, then he would have been able to decipher what Miguel was saying in Spanish. And I'm like, Tommy need to learn Spanish.
Exactly.
Because Ghost would have been knowing that he was talking shit. Even though I'm pretty sure Tommy knew he was talking shit, he just ain't know exactly what he was saying. I was like, James would know what he was saying over there. I'm like, if you was just gonna throw my ass in the damn river anyway, like, just, you ain't got to beat me first. Just go on and throw me over there then. If this was gonna be my fate, like, you ain't got to do both. If you have to beat me and then just toss my body in the water anyway. If this is gonna be like, and of course, Tommy is not intimidated by any of this at all, because he's always gonna be like so sure of himself, and it irks the mess out of Miguel, him and his little grin and stuff. Miguel is just so annoyed. He is annoyed by Tommy, and I don't know what he is planning after he go approach his sister after this. Like, I don't know what he's planning for Tommy, but he is so bothered by him. And it's just like, why? Like, nobody else is like bothering you like Tommy is bothering you right now. Like, for some reason, it's just like that little thing that that annoys him, that he can't handle in the way that he would normally handle stuff. Like, sir, you got a whole lot of other stuff to worry about. Like, you're letting Tommy get way too much under your skin than he should be, and that's going to be his downfall.
Yep. I agree.
This comment, yeah, Miguel is definitely sick of Tommy.
Couldn't even get myself off mute, yeah. No, I agree. Miguel is crazy, and Shay is crazy. Miguel is crazy. Miguel is doing too much. Him and Tommy could have actually worked together. Like, they could have been cool. And I think it would have even been a good partnership if he had just not been so, I don't know. I don't want to know if I want to call it jealous, but whatever it is that he is with Tommy, I mean, if we had just took this as an opportunity of what it really could have been, I think that they would have found that they could have actually made a lot of money together. But it is what it is at this point. We done went too far. And yes, I'm interested in seeing how this is all going to work out. I can't wait till Che figures out what Miguel is really up to. Honestly, it'll probably be a thing where Tommy will figure it out and then he'll spill the beans. So, we got to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here for it. We also see where Miguel's still running the game now. First of all, he went to Maria. Why does Maria live with Tommy? Doesn't she live with Tommy? Like, why are you in there? Like, anyway, I thought about that for a second. But with that, though, he goes and invites Maria and Tommy to dinner. And you said something about you want to know what he has up his sleeve for Tommy. I think he's going to attempt to, of course, take Tommy out when he and Maria go out to dinner. He's working with Ortega in the jail, and Ortega is getting it down with the guards, and he's got access to a cell phone, but they're scheming and plotting on Tommy. And I feel like this whole dinner is basically supposed to be a setup, against a setup to take out Tommy, because he can't do it, but it doesn't mean that someone else can't take out Tommy. So EJ, Tamika, any thoughts on, Miguel and him trying to do what he's doing to take out Tommy, and then him and Ortega working together to try to complete the mission?
Yeah, this pissed me off. I'm not understanding why Maria keeps playing games. Like, of course, this is gonna piss Tommy off. He was already mad when she went to his place, let alone having him in Tommy's place. And you see him scoping it out. He looking at where the camera set up and everything is. I was so damn annoyed because we don't need him having no leverage. But of course, we're gonna act like we come in peace. We want to invite you and him to dinner. Like, since damn when? any spot you want. I just want Maria to act like she got some damn sense. Because to me, either you playing stupid or you really stupid. I don't know which one it is, but like, girl, no, I'm sorry. And him and Ortega, I'm tired of both of them. I don't know what Ortega had going on in here in this. Where's Stacy at? Because she just finished saying she about to lock stuff down. How is he's still running stuff from the inside? We gotta check to see if he got a damn burner. Y'all know he getting the damn burners, and then he getting some other stuff too. Apparently, like what is happening? I don't.
Yeah, I mean, they doing the absolute most. At the end of the day, I was disappointed in Maria too. Like, why would we even let him up in there? I mean, he don't come in peace. Like the fact that she literally is buying this, like I'm really hoping that she really is not buying this. I'm really hoping that she is one step ahead. Like I'm really hoping that Maria is not being this dumb, because there's no way I would let you into my man's place knowing that you really don't rock with him like that. And I don't care about us being family. I will come to you. Anytime you need to see me, I'm going to come to you or whatever. We can meet someone neutral, but you're not coming up in this space and messing up anything that I have going on, because you should know your brother. Like you should know your brother is don't give a darn and that he's working on a different angle. Like you just should know that. And from the little bit of time that you know Tommy, you should also know that he working on an angle too. Like, come on, like let's just be smart, Mariah. Like at the end of the day, be smart about it. So at this point, I don't want to give her too much judgment, but I just hope that she just is taking notes and she gonna be ready.
Yeah. I hope Tommy has some cameras on the inside of that house, that fire station. I hope he has some cameras in there so he can see who's coming in and out of his spot, because this was just unacceptable to me. Maria, you are, honey, you don't know. Do you not know your man will take you out? He will take you out. He will literally put his hands around your throat and apply pressure, pregnant or not. So you might want to tread lightly as well when it comes to this whole situation with Tommy. I just, but we're of course going to see what's going to happen next in between this whole battle between Tommy as well as Miguel. Yeah, he tried it. That's all I can say. Let's see. And then we're going to get to Claudia, because last but not least, y'all, it seemed like the whole damn episode was damn near about Claudia and her crazy ass girlfriend, Elise, as well as Vic. Vic is on a mission. He gives Ray this big check for $1 million to give to Mark's her campaign. So he gives her, and then there's also a moment where Ray is telling Vic, listen, you don't even know me like that, because he judges her when she says that, oh, this is a nice apartment, the scenery is beautiful. I come from humble beginnings. We didn't have all of that, but he's thinking that she's a paid person, like her family comes from money. But she explains to him, listen, that's not who I am. That's not my life. Any quick thoughts on Vic and Ray? EJ,
I have none whatsoever. I mean, we give her the check and that's it. I could care less about Ray. I did not want to know her background. I did not care about her background. It was wasted space for me. I was like, why are we even talking about her? Like, girl, you're gonna be gone sooner or later. Like, seriously, she's gonna get got. Everybody in the wake of any of this mess is gonna get got. So, and I hope this is not a love story. I don't care about Vic having a love story. After Gloria was gone, like who cared about that anymore? Didn't really care about that one, to be honest. But just don't care, Tika. Just don't. I'm sorry. Don't.
It's okay. It's okay. And I'm sure Tamika don't give a damn neither. So Tamika, what are your
Right, I was just about to say, EJ, I'm with you there. I don't give a damn. Like, go ahead and give her this check so we can set their asses up, and Stacey can get this $1 million from Tommy. But you all dance for me like nobody cares. I wouldn't have cared if he would have flung her out that damn window. But I guess he's doing what he got to do to survive.
Facts, Kay?
I don't trust her. Like, I don't know. I don't trust people. I feel like she's a little bit more than what she's letting on to be, because she's getting way too close to him way too soon. So I'm not exactly trusting who she is. And no, I don't give a damn about them and their love story. I did appreciate seeing him with no shirt on, but I don't give a damn about them and their damn love story because nobody cares about that.
Yeah, let me I'm sorry I didn't give y'all a real big image, but I will give y'all this one. That man got abs, pecs.
Cause when he get all of that? When this happened?
Okay.
I might hate on him a little bit less if he come out the room looking like that a few more times.
Oh my God, you gotta walk around naked a couple more times.
For me to stop hating.
I mean, I can appreciate that those abs, but they didn't really do nothing for me when I think of Vic in the sense of Vic. You know, my eyes as a woman was like, oh, okay, that's nice, but why I gotta be on Vic? Like, ugh, I hate him. Like, it's just a waste of space and time. For me at this point, I was like, dang, could have been nice.
Like, oh,
right. Yeah.
Like,
but this, I forgot to mention, y'all, this.
Oh, wait a minute.
I forgot to mention this segment is about the Flynn twins. Even I don't know if they twins or not, but this segment is about the Flynn's. Okay, so prepare to be sick of the Flynn's. Okay, because we're about to talk about them for the next at least 5 minutes. Okay, it's clear cut and simple. Marks is trying to get all the information that she can from Vic. Vic is not really giving her anything other than the fact that Tommy is trying to expand the CBI. They're moving serious weight. He gave my clubs to the Albanians, and you'll get. And basically, she's telling him she don't really give a damn about his freedom. You lucky you live in that lavish life that you're living now, because sooner or later it's gonna be in a very small cell if you don't give me the information that I give. But you know, Vic is like, I can't give you, what I don't have. And so at the end of the day, y'all, we see where Claudia is. She done set Elise up to fail, okay? She has told Elise that I need you to go and talk to Tommy and get him on the recording saying how, he is an unaliver, he's a gangster, like all of the things. And poor Elise is like, because she's kind of putting pressure on her, because she's like, you have protection where you are. I have no protection. I'm literally by myself. And so she tries to pull the okie doke on Tommy, but Tommy knew that she had her phone in the pocket trying to record him. He was like, you lucky I don't have time to take you out right now. And so of course she goes back and she tells Claudia, look, that little plan you had me do, honey, that didn't work at all. This man is threatening me, ready to take me up out of here. And because he said he the Santa Claus of powder. Like, he's the Santa Claus of powder, and you're just a wannabe gangster. You wanted to be in this life. Nobody asked you. You wanted to be. And now this is a moment where somebody really chose to do this dumb ish, and Elise was the one. And so anyway, after her love of her life being threatened, Claudia decides that, okay, it's time to really, really make a deal with Marks. And, she's saying, I can tell you who his main distributor is. Like, she's basically saying, I want him on tape saying something about moving weight for the Estrada cartel. So Marks is out for a bigger fish. Yes, she wants Tommy, but she wants someone even bigger than Tommy. And y'all, this chick gets to walk out the prison. She get a get out of jail somewhat free card. And, but Tommy is already on it. Vic is made aware. And once Vic finds out, then he says to Tommy that Claudia has her wings. And Marks knows that this is a setup. She knows that Tommy is going to be probably most likely on her neck. So any particular thoughts? I know we don't give a damn about Claudia, but any particular thoughts on just Tommy finding out what's his next move, as far as, is he going into the building to talk to Marks, or is he, because he can't really do much to Claudia right now. What do y'all think? We could go EJ, Kay, and Tamika.
Girl, okay, let me get this over with. Because you is definitely right. Could care less about any of these Flynn kids. They could have been gone a long time ago. They should have been gone a long time ago. First and foremost, let's go with the fact that Vic. You should have known better. You knew that you was a pawn this entire time. She was never gonna let you go. You was never about to go have that happily ever after. She's not gonna be satisfied until you are out of there. Okay, point blank and period. That's it. That is what it is. You just need to go ahead and get on board. If I'm Vic, I just choose the winning side of it, because either way it goes, I'm donezo. No matter what, either I'm gonna get locked up, and either I'm gonna go to the big house and then get. So either way, you're going to get got. Okay, so there's that. And then we got Claudia and her dumbass plans and her wannabe gangster self. Now, okay, this is somebody right here who really, this is where your theory applies. She is not about that life at all. Okay, this is somebody who is trying to assimilate themselves into something and trying to be something that she is not, because she has daddy issues and she want to prove something to her daddy who is dead. You ain't got ish to prove to him, girl. He gone. He don't know. He in the dirt. Stop playing with me right now. But her sending Elise over there was dumb, stupid, dumb, and Elise doing it was dumb. We've seen what he tried to do to Claudia while she was locked up. There's no way that I'm going to go over here and try to record him doing anything. As a matter of fact, I'm tapping out. I'm telling Claudia, like, look, girl, Claudia, whatever she called her, Claudia, whatever, however she be saying it, girl, I got to go. I'll see you when you get out. You know, I probably won't wait for you. I ain't going to get married or nothing like that. But I'm going to be doing my thing. And when you get out, call me, because I'm not going to go over here and do this suicidal stuff. This is dumb. Like, I'm not going to go do that. You want me to go over here and get got. And she lucky that Tommy didn't have time, right? She lucky that he wasn't on that type of time at the moment, because old Tommy, the Tommy that we know, would have made time to do what he needed to do, but you know, he was thinking on this one. And then her getting out, she playing Stacy. She's trying to play everybody. She's trying to play all these little games, but it's just not going to work. She gonna get got in the end. Like, that's the way that it should go. But y'all know that she does, you know, y'all know, we talked about it last week. Sometimes some people just get this thing that we like to call plot armor, and when they should go, they don't go. So there's that. So we got to think about that too. Will they leave Claudia as the long lost Flynn that stands? I sure in the hell hope not. That would piss me the hell off. I ain't even gonna lie to you. We just need to go ahead and get rid of Claudia, because we got enough to deal with, and not add Claudia to the list. Let's just go ahead and cut her wings off right now. Bump that.
That part.
She need to stay locked up. I ain't even want to see her in lockup. She need to be right back there in lockup, because she almost, your girlfriend almost got caught. Because why are you trying to get one over on Tommy? He's seen that coming a mile away. And then the girlfriend's scary. Just, Tommy, I wanted to kind of tell you that this. No, I said this. She don't even look like she telling the truth about anything. Claudia, you put her in the line of fire. She needs to stay locked up. Nobody cares about you being out on the streets. Okay, she don't deserve freedom. You don't deserve to be out here free and running around. And now it's like, who's trying to outsmart who between Stacy and Tommy, with Claudia in the middle thinking that she's smarter than anybody. I need them to treat force like Game of Thrones, and which means anybody can go. And anybody can go. The Flynns should have been left out of there. I'm sick of it. Because like, she shouldn't have made it past this episode. You know what would have made me happy? If this episode would have ended with Tommy walking off after there was a bomb placed under the vehicle. That's what I had needed to happen. But now y'all didn't want to do that. Y'all keep trying to stretch her storyline out. If y'all would let the car explode. Let's go back to old days of New York Undercover. What happened to doing that?
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm with you when you're right. The way this irked my soul and my spirit. First of all, it's so funny that Stacey is like, I'm tired of y'all friends. We tired of them too, okay? We wish something would damn happen already to both their asses. They definitely did not need to be here. I don't know why we keep holding on to them, wanting them here, child. We don't want them. The writers, whoever is choosing this. But it's the audacity for me that she thinks she got the power over them. She keeps trying to play with them. They keep trying to play with her. Claudia talking about, I still got one trick up my sleeve. We gonna send damn Elise in here knowing damn well she ain't about that life. But for some reason, she lets Claudia put the battery in her pack. She still keeps trying to go, when we all said last week she should have been on a first class flight out of here. I'm free, bitch. Okay, when you get free, call me. Like there would have been no more discussions, but you're gonna actually go here. I'm gonna tell you what to do. And this was y'all big bright idea. Tommy caught onto it in 2.5 seconds, and you lucky he let you walk out of there. He just said, "You got nice legs, okay? If you want to keep walking, bitch, then you gonna go ahead
That part.
and get up out of here." The way they had Claudia walk out this freaking jail, y'all coming out the front of the damn building. You ain't even trying to be secure and hide her. She's supposed to be this witness that y'all child, whatever. Like she was a damn superstar. Like it's giving fabulous life. We putting on the shades with the hair blowing in the wind. I wouldn't have cared if the car would have blown up or if Tommy would have been on the roof and dropped something down on her damn head. I was so freaking pissed off. Like, what are we doing? Oh, this aggravated my nerves, y'all.
Yeah, I'm with you, but I'm because I was sick of her when she did what she did to Liliana. I was sick of her when she was playing in everybody's face. So at some point it was time for her to go. But yeah, they brought her back. She got a real thick. She got a real thick plot on her armor on her neck, on her back, all over her body. So while she's still here, I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. But I'm glad that Tommy didn't act right at that moment, because had he acted, they would have been right there on his neck, and that's originally the whole plan. If Tommy pulls up on her, okay, we can go ahead and take him down for attempted unalignment. So I'm glad he didn't act. I'm glad Tommy was cool and collected the way that he is. But why he got this hot ass hoodie on in the daytime, like nobody
he's standing peeking around the corner, wiping Casper, and they don't see him. But it's Tommy, because he was like, "I'm gonna be out here watching you when you walk out."
Right.
Oh my God. This show took me off. But I was about to say, shout out to DeMarcus. He's not in here tonight, but I'm sure he's gonna come in all the comments and say, "Here go the Claudia hate." Yes, I'm gonna hate her to the bitter end. Okay, I'm not getting the hate out of my heart.
That part. Yeah, we have no love whatsoever for Claudia. We'll never have love for Claudia. I don't care if Jesus came down himself and said, "You must love Claudia," there's no love that I'm gonna be able to give to her at all, because she's garbage. That's just what it is. Okay.
Be like, sorry, big man. Sorry, big man. Listen, I know you over the heavens, the earth, the all of the stuff. I'm sorry, but I ain't gonna be able to do it. That's how bad my hate for Claudia is. And let me get this straight and just put a PSA out when DeMarcus come over here. Ain't nobody hating on Claudia, because she ain't nothing to be hating on. I can't stand the bitch. I hate her. There's a difference. And I just want to put that disclaimer out there. Carry on.
That part. Listen, this was the end. That was the end of the episode. I know I took us way down there to an hour and a half, but it was just so many little bits and pieces that I really just wanted to get out there, because it was so,
I'm sorry, because I know I came late, y'all. I was knocked out for a minute. But anyway, did y'all talk about how Tommy told D-Mac he was going to teach him the game? Like Kanan taught him in Ghost?
Right. We didn't say that, but he did tell him that, and he wants to know, well, who is that? That's for a story for another time. That's what he told him. That's a story for another. And I mean, okay, so since he made that statement, do you think that Tommy would be the best teacher for D-Mac too? Actually, I know Tommy is rough, but do y'all think anybody think that Tommy will be the best teacher that D-Mac is gonna need, in order to be a successful criminal in the industry?
Yes, because them Egans are a little wayward, so it's gonna take one to know one.
Facts.
Yeah, and in this case, that probably is the best. I mean, he knows that he's gonna still go out there and do it without him, so it's like, do it with me. Let me be your guy, take you under the wing, and make sure everything is okay. And the fact that Z-Mac was trying to be like, "You saved me, you protect me." Yes, bitch, I saved your ass because they had a bounty on your head. Okay, I did what I needed to do. So, I think he better off with Tommy than damn sure Diamond and Jenard in these streets.
Yeah. Yep. You muted, EJ.
Yeah, I really am. I'm just really talking to. I was saying that they never had his best interest at heart, that they were always just gonna do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like they were always just gonna use him, but at least Tommy can guide him and like, cause you gonna do this regardless. So let me at least just teach you the game. You know what I'm saying? Like what Tariq said, teach me the motherfucking game. Go, shut up, Tariq. You didn't even need to be in this, like big dummy. But anyway, I think that Tommy is going to be the best teacher for him in this case right here. Yes, Tommy makes his mistakes, but I feel like Tommy does also know a lot and he do be on point with a lot of stuff. It's just like we're so used to that old Tommy who's always acting, and that's always because he had a balance with Ghost, who would be more of the person who was thinking. But I think now that Tommy has to do both of them, he has calmed down a little bit and he is doing a little more thinking. Do we still have his moments? Heck yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be Tommy if it wasn't. But I do think that it take a nut to teach a nut. And so you gotta, there we go. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think that this is going to be the best thing for him. Otherwise, he would go out there and get himself unalive because he's so busy trying to continue to be a part of CBI when he got these other people that don't mean him no good, who really want to take him, was willing to take him out without a second thought. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Tommy's the best choice.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, y'all, with that being said, that's a wrap. We have literally talked all things Power Book 4, Force, a time to see the king, and we saw why it was entitled Time to See the King. And with that being said, started with Tamika K. What do you guys have coming up next on your latest channel or on your channel, and any last final thoughts?
Yeah, I just want to see the Flynn's go on. Shanti could go. JP could go. I don't think we're gonna be taking everybody out in the next episode, but that's pretty much what I want to see. I want to see Stacey with the egg on her face because we already know that it's not gonna work. I want to see how she gonna feel when she's jumping and excited that she got this money, and then it's like, oh, it's from Tommy Egan.
Right.
As far as what I got going on my channel. The same thing, child. I don't even remember it. Welcome to Derry, the Oval Sisters. I know we trying to figure out a day that we could talk about Pluribus. I got a double up for Mayor Kingstown, and I'm sure I'm leaving something out. But hit the like, share, comment, subscribe if you're so inclined. Make sure you subscribe to all of the channels if you are not already subscribed. Hype us up, put us out there in the algorithm, do all of the things.
Hey.
I just want to see what's the name face when she figure out that Tommy is the one that's giving her campaign money. So I need her to take the check and then find out who it is later because I can't stand her. And I need them Flynn's gone. I mean, we can take two out at one time, like in Game of Thrones. They got Jamie and Cersei together. We can take two at one time. Let's get them both. But yes, on the channel, yes, welcome to Derry, Stranger Things, and Pluribus. So yeah, y'all hit like and subscribe on the channel and turn on your notification bell.
Hey,
and of course,
you
Force Fridays.
Oh yeah, that part. But thank you both ladies for coming through. And I would just say on Talk Media, we got a lot going on, y'all. Specifically, actually coming up this Sunday, we are having a game night. So if you think you can handle, the truth, some games that we got going on, there's going to be a scavenger hunt. So be prepared to move around a little bit. There's also going to be some what would you do type scenario or this or that type scenarios. And then my girl EJ coming with the letter games. And I hope y'all are ready. That's all I got on for me right now on Talk This Out. But all things ruthless, we're just talking the oval. And my final thoughts on the episode, just waiting for all the shenanigans, waiting for the ish to hit the fans. I know we got a few more episodes to go, but I'm ready. I'm ready for all the ish, and I'm ready for all of it to hit the fans, especially with Chen and Marks. I want her to open her eyes and see that this man does not have her best interest at heart. Okay, that's all I want. And last but not least, my partner in crime, EJ the TV Junkie, aka EJ the TV Media Queen. What you got? EJ the TV Media. Yeah, I said it right. The Media Queen. What you got, girl? Talk to the people. I'm sorry. Muted.
I said, go ahead, give me another name. I'm here for it. Okay, listen, I'll take it. Listen, as far as my channel is concerned, I dropped a bunch of content over the family business, y'all. I dropped at least about 4 or 5 videos. I dropped a new music video for the family business as well. Y'all know I be doing the most sometimes, but I do like these visual storytelling videos with custom music and stuff like that. So I just dropped another one. I'll probably drop the other half of the one that that y'all have already heard. I just haven't dropped the other half of it. So I'll probably drop that. And if I feel real creative, or if the spirit hit me and I get a new one that comes to me, I'll do something else. But I did drop my recap and review for this episode. I also went live to give my quick thoughts over it. So check both of those out. I really appreciate it. And then on TDT, we've dropped so many things, y'all. Every Monday we do our movie night where we talk about a different movie. We just finished up the Talamasca. If you didn't watch the Talamasca, I mean, you really should go watch it. This was a really great show. I think they did an amazing job on the Talamasca. I'm in it and I'm here for it. Wish they had more episodes on it. But if you're an Interview with a Vampire fan, then I really highly suggest that you check this one out. I think you would enjoy it. So we just finished up Married at First Sight. If you watched Married at First Sight, then please go and check those videos out. We are currently watching Welcome to Derry. That's kind of our in real time show that we're watching right now, that we're doing reaction videos over. We just dropped our episode 3. Our episode 4 will probably be out next week. So yeah, definitely check that out. I don't know, somebody cried, but some stuff just happens. Who knows what goes down? I don't know who it was. Invisible person. So definitely check that out. And like Tiffany said, we have our game night that is coming up this Sunday, y'all. Please make sure to come. We're going to do our game nights every month. So towards the end of the month. So we really would love for everybody to come through. It should be fun. You know, it's going to be our first little test run of it. So it should be interesting and fun, but I'm excited for it. And then other than that, family business on Sundays, y'all. We got the panel discussion. We got to talk about it. So much stuff happened on the family business that I can't wait to hear what all the ladies have to say about this week's episode. So other than that, I think that's all we got going on TDT right now. I think we're going to leave our current lineup for now. And then in January, I think we're going to kind of hit the road running harder than we was before. So definitely make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're definitely doing Kimura Life in the Fab Lane on our first live reaction or live discussion is going to be on Wednesday. So yeah, that was the only thing. Like, listen, y'all see who made the schedule, right? That's why she got that thing down packed. And I appreciate my girl EJ for handling that. But it's gonna be fun. So make sure y'all come through. Definitely come through. For all that we have. Listen, EJ, especially EJ, and I have worked, especially EJ, have worked super, super hard to bring you guys all of this amazing, content that we're doing. So just come on through, share, like, tap that hype button. Listen, I learned you can only hype up videos like 3 times. I don't know if it's 3 times a day. Yeah, I'm like, I would be hype. But anyway, it pushes, like Tamika says, it pushes us out into the algorithm. All the channels go hype everybody's channels up. And with that being said, y'all, thank y'all for
EJ Tika. Kendall was asking y'all, is Talamasca scary? See, I don't want to tell her because she don't believe me, but y'all, since y'all don't do horror, y'all can tell her whether Talamasca is scary.
It's not scary, but it has supernatural creatures in it. So it's not scary, but it does involve vampires, witches, and people with
and see, Kay, you do it. That don't do that. This Kindle is not scary at all, but it's not scary. Go watch it.
But you gotta let them be prepared, because some people, even though they don't be scared of stuff, they
just
be like,
trust us on this one.
I don't do that woo-woo paranormal stuff.
Just trust us on this one. We know Kendall. Just trust us on this one.
When I told her, she said, I'm gonna check it out reluctantly. She don't believe me.
It's good.
It's not.
And it's not scary at all. EJ didn't cry not one time. So I'm pretty sure you can absolutely get through Talamaster. For real, for real.
Okay, because
and if you don't trust it, just come check out our recaps, and then you can decide whether or not you want to go ahead and watch it. Okay.
It's not scary at all. And you know, all that other stuff is just it's fantasy.
Jesus. Anyway, y'all, we up out of this thing. Thank you, Kendall, for coming through. I ain't gonna watch it. Thank you, Candy, for coming through. Thank you, Pete Brunson, for coming through. Thank you, Queen, for coming through. Thank you, Mr. Seals, for coming through. One Roman, thank you for coming through. Who else? If I miss somebody, y'all know I don't be seeing all these because there was so many y'all in here talking.
Stephen Harris. It's just Stephen Harris. It's just me, Kim.
Oh
yeah. And I think all I see is me or something like that. I can't, I be messing up her name all the time. Kimberly Brown came through. Okay. Miss T came through. Oh, No Label had came through earlier. Shout out to No Label. He came through. Yep, that's all I see.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. And we up out here for real. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see y'all on Sunday.
Peace.
Talk that. Talk that. Talk that.